Okay, this is my last video of little bits of nuggets and information about what I've seen, heard, believed to be true, accepted, learnt, failed at over the last 20 years since I got my conveyancing license. And you would have heard in the first videos that I was the very first person in this whole region to have a conveyancing license, the first person to be PEXA certified. I really was the person that kind of got smacked in the face with every single change to start off with. I was young and up for it back then though, so you know, it was good. And to be honest, it was pretty rough. There was court cases, there was bullying, there was social media smackdowns, there was all kinds of things. But I'm happy with that. It's all that's what's made the success of the business today. And it also, having the first couple of years with that rough trajectory, really then set me off on a path of continuing to push, continuing to be okay with hitting boundaries. And so, for example, when COVID hit, it really was not a big ideal. COVID was one of the best things that happened to my business, and people can't believe it when I say that. Before COVID hit, for 2 years before that, I was desperately trying to go fully paperless in the office. I desperately wanted to make online appointments happen, fully digital, everything to happen that way, and the customer expectations weren't allowing it. I probably had 10-15% love it of clients, and that was it. It was just too new, too changed for everyone, and so we really couldn't adopt it, and you can't kind of adopt that half. So when COVID hit, it was hilarious. It was like the universe handing a new golden star to me on a silver platter. I was like, thank you. We are actually completely set up to move to paperless and digital, because I've been trying to do this for 2 years. So it was like instant. We had everything ready to roll. The girls went home from work, we worked, and we're like, boom, rolled it all out, and it worked amazing, and it was like a dream come true. But the difference was people were accepting it, because even though it was new, they knew that this is the way we had to roll now. As I said, it honestly was one of the best things that happened, because I'd been fighting for this innovation to do these things, and finally there was a way that customer and the world opened up to be like, this is totally okay. And now, since COVID, remote working is totally okay, which is amazing for me, because I'm not limited geographically to what staff that I employ. If I want a really good conveyancer, it's not just who's in the Albury-Wodonga region, it's who is out there, and I can pick the best that they are. We actually have, at the moment, conveyancers that work for me in Perth, Newcastle, Wagga, Sydney. Before COVID, I couldn't do that, which means I was limited in who I could employ. But now I have 4 other conveyancers in those bits that are top quality, and they love their jobs. They get to work how they want to work, the work that they want to do with me, and I get to have these amazing conveyancers, and there's absolutely no disadvantage where they are geographically. So it's really cool that the model now allows for that as well. And to be honest, it's our clients that gets the benefit of that. For me to be able to have my in-house conveyancers, those conveyancers that are working remotely, and they're all just absolute A game, it just makes the business model better. Keep challenging the norm. I know, as I said, for 2 years, I was trying to do what we could do in COVID, and I knew it was the way, but I was just, nobody would accept it. And then COVID hit, and I don't know how many businesses asked and paid me to show them how to go fully paperless, how to be able to have the processes and systems to run the office digitally like that. So it's cool. It is disappointing to see that there are some conveyancing businesses that have gone a little bit backwards since COVID. They haven't accepted the positive changes since then. I think it's future-proofing our industry when we have a change, that we realize that that's the trajectory now, and just putting blocks in place so that you don't go backwards. People are in different stages of their career, so I get that. And to be honest, it works perfect for my business if people want to stay the old way. But as an industry collectively, it is really cool to see how far we've come. So that's me. That's 20 years in business. Heaps of change in the industry. I would say professionally, I've spoken a lot about the changes, but I'll say personally, I have grown a lot. Oh, I was such a little baby. I've calmed down a lot. I don't know if that's from meditation. Those that know me will know I was a bit of a firecracker with my property law conveyancing back in the day, especially because I was just kind of attacked a lot, you know, because I was new and challenging the norm. So I kind of used it as a bit of fuel for the fire, I suppose. But I've definitely changed a lot. I still love the industry. People often say that they think that I should sell this business and franchise it and so many other financial things to maximize and move away from it. But I do have other residual incomes and things that I'm always doing. I know I'll always have one foot in conveyancing. It is always going to be my first true love. Sorry to my husband, but conveyancing will be my first true love and you'll be very close second. I mean, lots to share. If you've got any questions, drop them. I am an open book at all times. With no paper, of course, digitally. That's it, 20 years, wow. Few more grey hairs, a lot of growing up, a lot of looking, seeing, listening, understanding, and yeah, it's an industry that's going to be around for a while and I love to see where it's going to go.